So this is the method that we needed to actually override inside of this main activity class. Okay, because we are actually implementing this on-item click listener interface. So inside of this method, we're going to actually put in our own implementations, and this method is going to be called every time the user clicks on one of these items inside of this list view, as you can see here. Okay, so now inside of this method, as you can see here, let's actually create a string object. Okay, string, and the name of this object is item value. So just type in here item value assignment operator. So now I want to actually get the values that are inside of this list view. For example, the value that is inside of this item is Android developer course. Okay, so in order to get this value, first of all, I need to refer to the to this list view. Okay, so this list view is actually given to us as an argument. As you can see here, this parent argument is actually this list view here. As you can see here, this is of type adapter view here. Okay, so this parent argument is this list view. So I can just first of all refer to the to this list view, just parent. Okay, so this is our argument. Okay, so now I can actually call a method on this parent here. Okay, so parent dot get item at position. So now we want to actually get the item at a specific position inside of this list view. Okay, so for example, this item is actually at the position 0, this item is at position 1, this item is at position 2, and this item is at position 3, and this item is at position 4. So here we want to actually get the item at a specific position. So we actually also have this position as an argument to this method, as you can see here. So we have the item that is actually inside of the specific position inside of this list view. Okay, so we have that value here, as you can see, as an argument called position. Okay, so I can just put that value here, position. Okay, and now let's actually call the method toString on this method. So it's going to actually convert that value to a string value, and then we can actually assign that value to this item value string object. Okay, so let me explain again. First of all, we referred to this parent argument. So this parent argument is this list view. Okay, and we are actually calling a method on this argument, get item at position. So it's going to actually get a specific item inside of the specific position inside of this list view. Okay, so here we need to actually assign an argument to this method. So it's going to actually ask us which item do you want. So we want the specific item that is inside of the specific position that is inside of this array. So we have that position as an argument to this on item click method. Okay, so position, so get item at position, okay, dot toString. Okay, so now let's actually create a toast object. So toast dot make text, and here we need to actually specify 3 arguments to this method here. First of all, we need to specify the context. So the context is this class main activity dot this, comma, and here we need to actually put in the value, the text that we want to show the user whenever the user clicks on one of these items here. Okay, so I can just refer to the name of this item value here. Okay, item value, comma, and then we need to actually specify the duration of the time that this message is going to be shown to the user. Okay, so now I can just type in toast dot length short, and here we need to actually call the show method on this method in order to show this value to the user. Okay, so now let's actually run our project and see what happens. So as you can see here, now our application is actually running on this emulator here, and let's actually click on one of these items inside of this list view. So as you can see here, it says Objective-C developer course. So here I can just click on this item here, iOS developer course here, Android developer course. Okay, so now let's actually increase the size of these values of these items inside of this list view. So let's actually go back inside this content underline main.xml, and we can either put this attribute here, text size here. For example, I can just type in text size and then press on enter key on your keyboard, And here inside of these double quotes, I can put in a value, for example, number 70, DP, okay? Or I can just put in SP, okay? SP is stands for screen pixels. So for the size of your text, it's better to use SP, okay? And then let's actually go back inside this design tab here. As you can see, a clear cache here. And now I can actually select this text view here, and we can actually, as you can see, the size of this text size is 70 SP, okay? We can actually change these attributes, the values of these attributes here inside of these properties, or we can actually change those values inside of this text tab and here inside of this text view here, okay? So let's actually run our project and see what happens. So now, as you can see, our application is running on this emulator, and we can see that the size of these items, as you can see, of these values that are inside of this list view is actually much larger, okay? Android developer course, as you can see here, iOS developer course, and we can see, and we can actually scroll here in order to see the other values inside of this list view, okay? So let's actually change the color of these text views, okay? Change the color of these items. So let's actually go back inside this content underline main.xml, and here inside of this text view tab, I can just type in text color and then press on enter key on your keyboard. And here we can actually put in an RGB color inside of these double quotes. And now I can actually put in a hashtag here, and then I can paste that value here, okay? So now let's actually run our project and see what happens. So as you can see here, our application is running on this emulator here. And as you can see, we have these values inside of this list view, okay? Android developer course. And as you can see, the color of these values is actually changed, okay? And by the way, if you want to actually get these RGB colors, okay, there is a website that is called rapidtables.com here /web/color/RGB_color.htm. You can actually put this URL in your web browser and you will be guided to this page here, okay? And here you can actually choose one of these colors, okay? For example, this color or this color, as you can see here. And you need to actually copy this hex value, as you can see here, and then you can actually put that value inside of these double quotes, okay? First, you need to put a hashtag, and then you need to put that hex value here, okay? So now let's actually run our project and see what happens. So as you can see here, now our application is running on this emulator, and you can see that the color of these values is actually changed, okay? So I think that's enough for this tutorial, and if you have any questions, please post the discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.